Morning, guys. Love the show.
Thank you.
I think people sometimes overcomplicate things unnecessarily. I think you have 5 foundational pieces for the Lions that you've either acquired in a trade or you've drafted, and it's Goff, St. Brown, Sewell, Hutch, and Laporta that will get extensions. I think Ragnow is signed through 2026. I wouldn't be surprised after 2026 if he hangs it up, given his history of injuries and whatnot. I love Gibbs, but unless he's going to be ultra affordable, I don't think you give a running back a second contract. And I'm not trying to, go off on other shows, tag line or whatever at 2:00, but I think those are the 5 foundational pieces that you build around. And you let a Jonah Jackson go because some team like that is offensive line needy is going to offer him way too much, and that's why you develop a guy like, say, Sorsdal or some other guy that you drafted maybe higher this year, and that's how you move going forward, and you just trust in Holmes that you can replace those players that you let walk. Because the reality is you can't keep everybody. We're new to this, being Lions fans, because a Tyreek Hill had to go to Miami, right? So I don't know. I love your thoughts.
I can't. The idea of a core 5, I haven't heard it referred to as. I don't know if that's a Robert original or if you read that somewhere, but I kind of like it.
I'll take it. I'll trademark it, and I'll put it on X, and maybe I can make a couple of Bitcoins off it. But there might be other guys to that. That's not a hard and fast rule. Those 5. I'm sure people will be like, hey, what about this guy? What about that guy? But I you could even include maybe a Brian Branch in there. But I don't think you pay fast forward a couple years, do you pay Jack Campbell? Who knows? It's way too early to say. But
I would imagine the core 5 is tied to not necessarily players, but money. It's tied to a percentage of the cap that you can eat up with those 5 players. Does that make more sense than identifying the players?
It's so hard because we really should be talking in percentage of the cap. But now those 5 players feel like, I think he's right, a core 5 of guys you just almost are like, we're moving forward with these 5 no matter what. But you're trying to keep them affordable too, so you don't have all that money invested in 5 guys and chumps everywhere else. But if you draft well and get cheaper players in the draft in all rounds, it helps balance the books. And that's what makes Brad Holmes potentially, great at his job. He might be the benefactor of that.
And then sometimes you get thrown a monkey wrench because one of the best players in football happens to be a 4th-round pick out of USC who plays wide receiver.